Good morning. Welcome to another Mindful Monday. I thought today what we would talk about is the irritation that comes with being mindful. Now, as you've been probably using some of these techniques of breathing exercises, doing the sitting meditation, walking meditation, yoga, you might start to notice that there's some irritation that comes up in some of your relationships you have, whether it's work related, family, partner related. This tends to happen at times. And I wanted to reassure you that it's not because you're doing meditation wrong or you're doing the mindfulness piece wrong, but it's about starting to become aware of things that were already there. It's kind of the saying, ignorance is bliss. And so a lot of those microaggressions that we take on throughout the week, throughout the day, we weren't noticing before. And now, as you are starting to do these contemplative practices, right, you're contemplating what is happening, what is going on in the present moment, you start to become more aware. You're starting to flex that muscle of awareness. And sometimes it can be like hypervigilance, where you are picking up everything that is going on. And so I just want to reassure you that if you're starting to notice this, where you feel a little bit more irritated, you're kind of becoming avoidant of wanting to do a sitting meditation or being able to just do your breathing, even though you know it does help you reduce some of the stress, right? Taking a breath starts to let you be present, and you tend to avoid that at a certain point. Don't feel bad, don't judge yourself. Just be mindful that this is what is coming up. You're starting to pick up on those things that do bother you. And the next step in this process is being able to speak to those things that bother you, speak about those things that bother you, and being able to be authentic and honest. Sometimes when we're in a relationship where we have been doing the same thing for so long, it can be scary to start to say, hey, when you chew your food that way, it actually bothers me. Or when you say I should do this, it puts me into defense mode. So at this point, if you're noticing that irritation, it's because it's getting to the point where now you have to start addressing it. And that can be a scary moment, and it's okay. You just take a breath and know that when you're speaking from a place of authenticity without trying to harm someone else, the words will start to come out in the way they need to. It might be helpful to start writing some of these things down at first so you can refine them and then start to have those conversations with people you might have to interact with. And at the same time, it might not be other people, it might be the way that you are doing something that you have to have that honest conversation with yourself and start making some changes. So I just wanted to give this reminder that meditation, mindfulness, they're not always these pleasant feelings. Sometimes they're these very viscerally disturbing, annoying feelings, and that's okay. That means that you are getting to some of those root causes that you have wanted to change. And again, ignorance might be bliss, but being aware, it is a lot nicer at the end of the day because now you know what's bothering you rather than having that unknown irritation that you didn't know and that you would constantly be pointing at other people or other obstacles in your life. Now you can actually say, okay, I know exactly what is bothering me, and now it's time for me to address it. So I hope this helps. Try to address some of these issues, these problems, and do it with non judgment. And just remember, breathe deeply, live fully. Have a great week.